All right, guys. Thank you for joining me again today. I'm actually really excited about today's project because it's going to lead into me being able to finish the last project that I started with that wrench knife. So in a couple of my other videos, or one of my other videos, I talked about my anvil that I use. That was my granddad's anvil. Never got to know my granddad, but I have his anvil now. And I've heard a little bit about him from my brother. Seems like a really interesting guy. He was a farmer. His nickname was Slim. He's taller than me. He was like 6'5". So, yeah. So today, what we're gonna do, because along with the anvil, I also got this. This is an old school grinding wheel. We're gonna see what happens. Either way, I'm really excited. Regardless of whether it works or not, I'm excited to do this because I've been wanting to do it for a really long time. The other problem. So if you saw when I held that up, hang on, let me grab it again. All right, square hole. That hole is about 2 inches by 2 inches square. This is the rod that I have to put through that thing. You'll notice that this is round and small. It's only like 3/4 of an inch thick. There is no there's no 2 by 2 inch square on that. So I thought about it a lot yesterday, and this is what I came up with, because I don't have a mill. I don't have any kind of way to really accurately trim down the wood that I need, the way I need it to be. And you can't go buy a 2 by 2 at Home Depot, and there's no other really lumber supply areas or lumber supply places in the area. So I'm gonna take this 4x4. I'm gonna cut a section out that matches the width of the stone. It should be about 3 inches. And then from there, I'm gonna cut a 2 by 2 inch square out of that. So I'll end up with like a 2 by 2 by 3. And I'm gonna try to put that in the center, see if that fits up. If it does, might have to shim it a little bit. Then I'm going to drill out the center for the rod. We're going to secure it all. I'm going to try to clean up that rod a little bit since it's got heavy corrosion, and then we're going to make a frame and a trough for water to pass the stone through. Now the trough, I've seen this done before, is hopefully going to be made out of an old tire, so we'll see how that goes. So without further ado, let's get to cutting this up, and we'll go from there. I forgot that I cut a bunch of hardy board when I built this. And my blade on my miter saw is super dull. So we're gonna check our fit and see. That's pretty damn good. That's way better than I expected on the first go. All right, we got it. Now I'm gonna drill it out. All right, 3/4 inch bit for 3/4 inch bar. Let me check my light real quick here. That should be center. What is that? All right. Here we go. And it's not center. Okay. I guess I gotta make another one. Alright, something else interesting. So when I took this handle off, which I did yesterday, I didn't video it, this piece of wood was in there like as a I guess, let's see, it was between this and that square nut. And so this piece of wood has been in there for the entire time that I have had this thing, and certainly for the entire time that my dad had this thing. So this piece of wood is well older than me for sure. And I mean, I don't know, it's kind of incredible. This thing could be like, I don't know, like almost 100 years old, maybe more, I don't know. But that's pretty interesting, and it's still wood. It feels very, very light, it's very dry, and you can see it's, you know, kind of rotted out, but that's amazing. Alright, we're gonna go for a quick fit up. Made a couple little shims just out of extra material. This is the second centerpiece, so we're gonna put that in. Alright, that looks good. Got a big gap here. Alright, now we've got a little block of wood to go on the outside here. I'm trying to set this up as close to how it was when I got it as possible. So this is going to sit on there. This will then sit here and be screwed here. So that's the plan. Alright, now we're going to fit it all up. As far as I know, there was not another block of wood on the other side, so I'm not going to try to put one. I'm just going to put the washer looking thing that was there, the flange thing, and I've got my square nut. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we're going to find out. Alright, now we're going to try to cut the tire. I'm not really sure how exactly I need to mount this, so I'm going to cut it kind of shallow, and that'll leave me extra material to play with on the other side if I go too shallow. Also, I have no idea what the best way to cut a tire is, so I'm just going for it with a reciprocating saw. We'll see what happens. That literally does nothing. Alright, this is going to be more time consuming than I thought. Oh, we're so close now, it's so frustrating. Success. Okay, Okay, now we got to do the frame. So it's back to more cutting on my ridiculously dull miter saw blade. My battery's dead. All right, new battery, here we go. So we have our frame. It's not super pretty, but it works. It'll work out how I want it to, I believe. So I'm gonna start trying to fit the tire for the trough, and I'm gonna see how this the wheel actually fits on here. And what I'll end up doing is probably drilling. Oh shit! I meant to pre-drill these so I could have a slot for the wheel. I'm gonna keep moving forward. I'm gonna see what I can do. I might end up having to put like a little bolster block up here anyway. So if that's the case, that'll work out. I'll groove that instead. If not, I will just have to do my best on the groove while it's attached. Or I just suck it up, take the legs off, and do it the right way, like I was supposed to. Okay, so I went with the the bolster block idea. So that is how that's going to sit, and I'm just going to put 2 screws in here. This one actually curves over the top of the bar, so it'll actually secure it a little bit. I just got to make sure I get everything as square as possible before I start using this, because otherwise it's just not gonna do what I need it to do, and that defeats the whole purpose of me building this and restoring my granddad's wheel. You know, I gotta do them right. So hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to fix the tire piece on there, and it's gonna be a little bit awkward. So it's gonna be a little hard to do, but I think I can get it. Okay, so I was about to pre-drill these bolster pieces here and secure them down when I noticed something. So if you, it looks like you can tell on my screen, this has an angle. So I don't know if my granddad just wore this down and just kind of threw it to the side and got a new one or something, but this definitely has, it's higher on this side than it is on this side, all the way around. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to correct that. Not sure if I could be able to use it with that. I think I can, but this actually kind of has a convex, or a concave, I'm sorry. It actually has a concave and going down the center. It's kind of grooved. So not sure where I'm gonna go from there, but we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna put some water in it and we're gonna test it out. All right, so it looks like I did all right. The trough is just deep enough to wet the stone. Well, despite finding out that this thing is warped all to I can't even say it on camera, but despite the fact that it's warped that badly, I like this setup. I think this turned out really cool. I'm very happy to have built something that helps me to use the things that my grandfather used. Let's take a look at the anvil. So, you know, here's my anvil. This is probably the coolest thing, one of the coolest things I own. Like I said, I never got to meet my grandfather. I don't really know all that much about him, but like the fact that I have these things now is just, it's so cool. And the fact that I have used this anvil like all the time to make things is tremendous to me. And I think it's just really cool. It's cool to have something that's been in the family for that long. And I don't know how long he had it. I mean, maybe his dad gave it to him. I don't know. But it's just, it's neat. And I'm glad that I get to use this kind of stuff and have these things from my grandfather. And yeah, that's that. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching me restore and remount my grandfather's grindstone. Alright, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.